Facebook has changed its name, or rebranded, to Meta, as well as creating some incredible new augmented realities. Is this a brilliant new vision, or is it just a way of locking you into the Facebook realm forever? And what will happen in there? Hello there, you 4.5 million miracles, you wonders of the cyber world. Will you be inhabiting the metaverse? When I think on Instagram or something, it said meta at the bottom of it. It's like, you know, when your technology does stuff to you, you think, hold on a minute, if you plug your phone in, we're giving you the download, whether you'll like it or not, my boy. I don't want the download. Now I've got to go okay and not now, and would you like a little wallet? Just leave me alone, give me some space. Well, now they're giving you more than space. They're giving you the entire universe. Or, in fact, to give it its proper name, the Metaverse. Let's have a look what's going on in there. Imogen West Knight's writing in Guardian says, Mark Zuckerberg and his company have been busy trying to revamp its image. There is a long tradition of companies renaming themselves after a scandal. The private security firm Blackwater changed its name. I mean, what were they thinking when they called it Blackwater? What version of Blackwater is anything other than a bit scary? If you ever see Blackwater, you think, oh no, what's down there in those murky depths? What horrors lie within? What carnivorous devastation is there? Why don't we name our company after it? Yeah, I like it, yeah. The tobacco giant's Philip Morris was real named Altria, presumably to make you think of the concept of altruism rather than lung cancer. Altria. BP's mid-2000 forays into greenwashing include trying out the name Beyond Petroleum. Are you Beyond Petroleum? Not really. We're right in the middle of it. In fact, the only thing we do is make and sell petroleum, but we're sort of beyond it because we're a bit worse than it. Zuckerberg's virtual world of play pretend is a way of escaping the destruction he's wrought on the real one. Rather than address the ruination, Zuckerberg wants us all to turn our attention to the land of make-believe where he's friends with rappers and you can watch Instagram stories on a pirate ship, which does sound quite good fun.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do.
Mark, are you sure you want to do this video yourself? Yes, I'm sure I want to do the video myself. Are you not worried that people will think you're like a little veal calf up on its hind legs, just released from a crate by protesters doing a presentation? No, I'm not worried about that. Are you not worried that people think you've cut your fringe a bit too high up your head, like sort of a little Caesar, Julius Caesar from old days from a coin? Look, stop asking me. This is my company. I come up with all these ideas. If they was going to invent Facebook, they would have invented Facebook. I mean, Meta.
I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
It's the wrong vibe, I would say. It's too sort of scary and dystopic. I've seen enough like post-Kubrickian sci-fi to know now that when this tone comes, we're all going to die.
Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse. Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space.
I once was taught a meditation technique by this teacher, and he actually told me to do this myself in your own mind. He goes, when you meditate, before your day of preparation, meditate a space, make it beautiful, make sure you have to walk into a forest and cross a river to get there, which are sort of Jungian and archetypal techniques to establish a psychic connection with your archetypal mind space. Then he says, envisage a space within there, like a shed or a shack or a mansion, whatever you want to be in. It could be a palace. Then you go in there and put on your outfit for the day. If you've got a day of meetings and confrontations, you might want to wear some armor. If you've got a day with your family, you will wear something appropriate for that. Put on your uniform for the day. This is becoming mindful and conscious. This is another example of externalizing something that operate within the interior domain. We are primarily beings of consciousness. What I mean by that, it's not some airy-fairy thing, is your life is your experience of your life, stands to reason, right? The things you smell, touch, think, project, make up your reality. Outsourcing that internal reality to Facebook or Meta is not going to make life better. It's going to abstract you from the inner reality of your life. I've got enough problems with this little bloody phone. If I can pretend to be a football manager, that'll steal 8 hours in my day like that. If I can start wandering around in a place and dressing up as a samurai and putting on boxing gloves, you'll not see me. I'll be out of reality. That's it. Your children are starving. I would get them with my samurai sword. People's problem is not that we're too disconnected from reality. It's that we are not connected to reality enough. This is the opposite of what's required. I'm not querying or questioning the ingenuity and endeavour that has gone into this. I'm merely saying that placing something this powerful into the stream of ideas, behaviours and systems that are currently in existence will not be good, because everything is so relentlessly geared towards the acquisition of profit and power that if you put something this brilliant into it, it's overly turbocharging and mobilizing an already potent force. And I've only looked at 5 seconds, and my energy is about, oh my God, I want to do it. I want to go in there.
It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually. And it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Right, he's in there right now. Oh, he's having a lovely time in there. Look at that lovely fireplace. And oh, it's gorgeous in there. I mean, yeah, you'll get to the point where you just think, what, reality? That thing where no one likes me? I'm off into Metaverse with lovely old slender veal calf Mark Zuckerberg to laze about looking at that lovely view, have a samurai fight, and you know what you're already thinking about in the back of your mind could take place in virtual world. And I'm not even going to say it because I'm too spiritually advanced, but it'll get saucy in there.
Hey, are you coming?
Well, let me clarify, because there are a million uses for this, and that is definitely one of them.
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear. All right, perfect.
I mean, imagine Mark Zuckerberg. He was just like, for a little while in his life, a brilliantly gifted, as I understand, and I'm sure you lot believe in all kinds of stuff. Put it in the comments below. I'll be interested to read it. But like, as far as I know, just some normal guy growing up in normal world. And like, he's clever and he goes to Harvard, he invents this thing. And now he's literally occupying his own universe and selling us on that universe. I don't know what to make of this at all. I mean, it's kind of like a prophet with both spellings of the word.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space? Who made this place? It's awesome.
Oh, man. I'm glad that I'm an adult, a jaded in some ways adult, an adult full of optimism about the spiritual possibilities for radically reorganizing society. Because if I was like young, I think I just would have no critical capacity. All I would be is like, oh my God, I'll still probably get pulled into it. I'll probably won't be a video tomorrow. Why not? What's on the videos? We're down the old Metaverse, haven't we? Now, let's just make sure that this isn't going to affect privacy or anything like that.
Privacy and safety need to be built into the metaverse from day one.
Brilliant. Okay, you've said enough, Mark. Privacy and safety built into the metaverse from day one. Oh, no, everyone.
You'll get to decide when you want to be with other people.
That's the least you could do. What, you're not going to barge people into my mind without asking me? Yes, that we guarantee you that we will sometimes.
When you want to block someone from appearing in your space, or when you want to take a break and teleport to a private bubble to be alone.
Oh, do you know what? Just need to unwind and teleport to a private bubble. Sponsored by Coke, where all the best bubbles come from.
You're going to be able to bring things from the physical world into the metaverse. Almost any type of media that can be represented digitally, photos, videos, art, music, movies, books, games, you name it.
What's the point in that? Stay at home. If you've got it already, there's no point putting it in the metaverse. I want things in there that I can't get.
Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space.
I mean, meta is the right word because in a way the senses we can but assume are conveying to our conscious sentient selves a small fraction of potential available reality. It makes sense that if we can only see a narrow part of the electromagnetic range, that there are other forms of light. I mean, we know that there are other forms of energy, other things that we don't have the sensory instruments to receive, but are nonetheless out there. So if you think, well, we're already in a kind of simulation, the simulation of our bodily senses, then I suppose something like this doesn't matter. But if you think there's something integral to being human, that we are somehow evolved in alliance with and in connection to one another and nature, that the food we eat, the systems that we're a part of, the biological systems, I mean, are somehow part of us, that we're not individuals separate from our environments but one another, but relational beings that feel and connect with one another constantly in ways that are too subtle, refined, beautiful, even sublime for us to iterate, then what this becomes is the commodification and the mechanization of potentially all human experience. That's what it potentially becomes. Again, I always feel like I want to point out that I'm not about criticizing individual ingenuity. I'm simply trying my limited best to understand what we might create with these tools and whether or not we're focused on the right issues for right now. Is this LP? Is this where we're at now? Is this what we need to deal with? When you think about your own life for a moment, think, do I want to immerse myself entirely in a fabricated reality? And if the answer is yes, that's probably because of your economic situation, your social situation, your mental health. And I don't think that the answer to that is like some kind of digital kosh, some digital smack, some binary hallucinogen to extract you yet further from reality. So with all respect to the many brilliant people that have worked on this phenomenal concoction, I shouldn't be allowed to do this. I mean, if I ever go on Red Dead 2 for too long, go fishing like and that and shoots a bit, I'll start feeling all bad. Oh, I shouldn't have shot that person. What have I done? I can't go in here.
You can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
I don't think you should be keeping them on, not after what you've been doing in the metaverse.
Then there is Horizon Worlds, which is where you can build worlds and jump into them with people.
He's actually literally the Matrix, I think, isn't it? It's like, what? We don't need the helmet anymore. We could just plug this thing into the back of your neck. I mean, the dystopia depicted in the Matrix and other comparable films, you know, they're not state authorities that have created those technological dystopias. They're private because that's where that technological advance comes from, albeit with some state assistance in the developmental stages of that tech. So I would say the thing itself, like electricity, you can light up a city or you can kill somebody. You know, these things are not in and of themselves either negative or positive, as most non-dualistic philosophy acknowledges. It is in utility that you find morality. What do you do, not what do you think? And what our system does with something like this is potentially terrifying.
I think this could be very positive for our society and economy. Giving people access to jobs in more places, no matter where they live, will be a big deal for spreading opportunity to more people.
Even something as innovative as this is still framed within a static and stagnating economic and ideological framework that your primary function in life is to work. It does a little bit of leisure. Look at our mates looking like they're out of a bloody Marvel movie, around a table playing cards with a thing or whatever. But it's crunch time. You're going to be out of work the whole time. You're going to be able to work in this way. People are going to make more profits. It's going to be good for our economy. You think that you live in the same economic metaverse as Mark Zuckerberg? He's alone there with a few people that can afford to ride unicorns.
Dropping our daily commutes will mean less time stuck in traffic and more time doing things that matter. And it'll be good for the environment.
The environment? We don't need the environment no more. We've got a metaverse. Fuck the environment.
So giving everyone the tools to be present, no matter where they are, whether as a hologram sitting next to you in a physical meeting or in a discussion taking place in the metaverse, that's going to be a game changer.
As I always say, I got no truck with the world's most powerful billionaires. I'm just a little man with a couple of mates making videos. But what I feel is that in alliance with our pre-existing systems and ideologies, technology of this scale, scope, and with this potential will be another nail in the coffin of true humanity, true awakening as we become meshed into and immersed in experiences that will ultimately be dominated by the kind of elite forces that dominate material reality right now. So on one hand, it's a radical change and incredible ingenuity. On the other hand, it's just another tool of very, very powerful people to dominate your consciousness, your experience, your life. And it's a powerful tool. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is a great thing? You're going to find it attractive, right? I mean, you're going to have a go of it, wouldn't you? Why would you not? I remember when I first had to go on one of them virtual reality things 5 years ago. I couldn't believe it. It was just probably something now that you would laugh at, like ding, 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 ding. Mind you, Mark Zuckerberg moves like that anyway. That's out of order. No need to get personal. Or is there? That's just what I think. Sign up to my mailing list so I can connect with you whenever I need to. I promise I won't come into your mind space uninvited. And if you're in the UK, north, south, east or west, come see me live between January and May next year with my show where I talk about all this stuff and have a real laugh about it too. Have a look at this video if you enjoyed this one and learn some meditation and develop a relationship with your internal life that doesn't have a billionaire mediating it at some point. Stay free.